Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. So last week, I shared with you guys the Secret Service had deleted text messages from January 5th and January 6th of last year. Very coincidentally, right? Well, the January 6th committee was hopeful that they'd be able to recover those deleted messages. And they got some really bad news today. Bad news for all of us. The Secret Service claims that they have no new communications to share with the committee because those text messages were permanently purged. And apparently the agents didn't back up their text messages as they were instructed to do. So according to Secret Service officials, agents were told to upload text messages to an internal drive before they did this factory reset. And they said, if these text messages involved government business, you have to make a backup. You have to back them up to this drive. However, anonymous Secret Service employees told the Washington Post that it appears that many of the agents just failed to follow those orders. That's a very different story than what we heard from the Secret Service last week. You know, just a few days ago, they claimed that, oh no, all of the requested communications were turned over. Yes, there were text messages deleted, but anything of concern was turned over. Now we're hearing no, they didn't even back them up. So the National Archives, which has an investigation team, they're now opening an investigation into whether or not the Secret Service or any of its agents violated the law. And I guess we now know that they had a lot to hide, right? This just proves to us that everything that Cassidy Hutchinson said about Trump and what took place on January 6th is 100% true. Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't have anything to hide. Whatever they purposely deleted and refused to upload to that backup internal drive must have been pretty damning. So they can never again cast doubt on Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony because they have zero proof. I mean, it's like all of these people trying to get the judges to throw out these Dominion and Smartmatic lawsuits. If you have something to prove, if you think you're right and you think other people are lying about you, belly up to the bar. Show us what you've got. You know, and in this regard, I think this in legal matters is what's referred to as adverse inference, right? I mean, the fact that they willfully destroyed this evidence tells us that those text messages contain proof of either amoral or criminal conduct or both. You know, now all we can do is guess. Now all we can do is make assumptions such as, were they working with the Proud Boys, maybe the Oath Keepers, maybe people like Roger Stone and Steve Bannon? And did they know in advance of the plan to attack the Capitol? Were they talking amongst themselves about how Trump refused to do anything to stop the mob? I mean, clearly Biden should go and fire every single one of these people today. Everyone who refused to follow orders to back up their text messages needs to be fired because at bare minimum, they were insubordinate. They didn't follow orders. Worst case scenario, though, is that they took part in something nefarious and illegal. Either way, he needs to clean house. He needs to get rid of all of them. His life is literally in their hands, and they've just proven that they can't be trusted. It goes to show exactly why Mike Pence refused to get in that car on January 6th. He knew something was up. I 100% believe that now. He knew, he heard chatter or he saw something that made him think, I don't want to get in the car with these Secret Service agents. Maybe that's what they're hiding. Maybe there was talk in those text messages about where they were supposed to take him or what was going to happen. We don't know, right? And they can't prove that it wasn't there because, oh, they got rid of everything. Anyway, guys, when and if I hear more, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.